Hello.
Hey, bro.
Hello there, buddy. How you doing? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
Yeah, not doing too bad, thank you, mate. Not doing too bad. Just to let you know before we jump into it, this is all going to be recorded, obviously. So once we're all done, I'll send a video over to you, so you can always look back on it and all that sort of stuff. Is that all right with yourself?
Wait, sorry, I missed that. What was that?
I said that all of this is going to be recorded. So obviously, if you want to look back at anything at any point throughout in the future, if you go, oh, what did we say at that particular point or anything like that, you're more than welcome to go back on it and watch the video. Is that all right with yourself?
Yeah, that's good.
That's fine. It will only be shared, obviously, between me and you. It won't be put out on the main channel or anything like that. So we're all right
Oh,
on
okay,
that
sure.
front. Right. Obviously, thank you for booking in the session. Thank you for rearranging as well. I do appreciate it. So essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to go through and have a look at the game that you've sent over to ourselves. We go through and analyse it. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the YouTube videos or the streams or something, how we kind of all do it and everything like that. For the first 5-10 minutes, to be fair, we have a bit of a chat. I'm going to assume your name's Archie.
Yeah.
That's fine, Archie. Well, my official name is Alex. Obviously, if you need me, just stop me and say, oi, please re-explain that or anything like that. I'm more than happy to go over everything for you. First of all, let me just get this up on Discord for you. Are you on Discord on your phone, laptop?
Phone.
Phone. If you have a look on your phone, if you just have the Discord app open, it should just pop up straight away with the screen.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Brilliant. And then I think if you just rotate the phone or if you press the little square button in the bottom right, it should allow you to make it full screen so you can see everything perfectly there for us.
Yeah.
So the first 10 minutes or so, we just have a chat really, to be honest with you, Archie, just to get an idea of your FIFA experience, how long you've been playing the game, where you're at in terms of foot champs, rivals, all that sort of thing. So if you want to just tell me, what was the first FIFA that you played?
Well, so I played like FIFA 15, and
Okay.
then when like Fortnite kind of hit the roof, I went on Fortnite for a few years, and
Yeah.
then came back this year actually because I saw some of your videos,
Okay.
and then I came back on FIFA 20. Yeah, but I haven't been on for like 2 years.
Okay, so predominantly, you probably say FIFA 20 is kind of the one that you've played a bit more consistently.
Yeah.
Obviously, with that, that's fine. That's not an issue. And then, have you played a lot of foot champs?
No, I've only played one weekend, and I got,
One weekend,
I think, 10 wins.
10 wins. Okay, for your first weekend to get 10 wins out of 30, you might not think that's good, but that's very good. Trust me. Obviously, one win off re-qualifying, which is a little bit frustrating.
Yeah, I know. I was
Um,
kind of annoyed.
yeah. What division rivals are you in?
Well, I was in Div 8, but then yesterday I went on quite a win streak, so I'm in Div 7 now.
Okay, so Div 8 to Div 7. It's kind of where we're at. That's fine. That's not a problem. Okay. Let's have a quick look, run through the tactics before we jump through any others. Got a 3-5-2.
And then the end on belly is meant to be a CDM, but
Yeah,
I
okay,
don't.
yeah.
Every time I change it, when I go into a game, it's just still like that. I don't know why.
You should. So if you go to game plans and you go to the formations bit, so here, if you
Yeah.
press oh, hang on, let me just quickly open up my Epic Pen. Wrong one. Epic Pen. There you are. If you press Y when you are in, are you on the Xbox now? Are you?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't got FIFA on, but I'm on Xbox.
Basically, if you press Y, yeah, and
Oh yeah,
then
yeah.
you can then change the positions around and everything. If you do that here, that should then save, and when you go into the game, Mbappe will be up front and then Dombele will be CDM instead.
Here.
But you just have to make sure that under the formations bit, you change it all around here for you.
Yeah.
Got Wendy in the middle.
My team has changed a bit as
Has
well.
it? Has it? Okay.
Yeah.
If it was me, if you've still got this lineup, I'd actually probably chuck Mendy out wide. I'd drop
Yeah.
Fernandez to CDM with Ndombele, and I'd play Maximin at cam. If it was me, that's how I'd
Okay.
line that up. All right. Let's have a quick look.
So I got the Neymar now instead of Maximin.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I did the Foden.
Okay.
So I
How's
got
he?
Foden up front as well. He's pretty good. His 92 is all right, but his 95 is pretty good.
Yeah. Looks. I did the Fabinho, so you've won that one there, haven't you?
Yeah. To be fair, I kind of thought Liverpool would slip. I don't know why. I just thought they would slip. I thought City wanted to win that
I
game,
mean,
to be
I
honest.
expected them to. It wasn't that I sat there and thought, yeah, Fabinho, Liverpool are going to win this comfortably. I thought, yeah, City ain't going to let them come and beat them, are they, on home territory, really?
No.
You're a Chelsea fan, are you?
Yeah, I'm a massive Chelsea fan.
Oh yeah, they're not doing too bad this season, to be fair. Given, I mean,
No,
a
we're
few
doing alright,
few up and down results, just lack of consistency with them, isn't there? Really?
yeah. Consistency's not incredible, but
Yeah.
I mean, we got Werner coming in next season, so
Yeah,
it's a pretty big signing.
Should help. Why does it keep jumping? Stop jumping, you stupid thing. So, Maximin, yeah, I know you've changed this around. So, how do you line this up now then? So, you've got Neymar instead of Maximin. So, where do you play Neymar?
I think I play Mbappe at striker,
Yeah.
and then I play Neymar at cam, and then that's what I do, just same as that. But
Okay, so you
then
keep Bruno out wide.
things like that, yeah.
What budget have you
And
got? Have
then
you got
I
any
have
coins?
no, I've got barely any coins, to be honest.
Okay.
I think I've got like 20k.
Alright, yeah, you're not going to do too much then, are you? You got Lucas Moura.
And like my club is completely rinsed from SBCs. So I've literally got my team and then silvers. I don't even have non-rare golds.
Yeah, you got nothing to do
Literally
then.
like
You got nothing to do.
completely rinsed.
Any reason for the conservative interceptions?
To be honest, I don't really know anything about custom tactics. I just copied my mate's custom tactics.
Okay. Shall I give you a few? I don't know if you want to write these down. Obviously, you can.
Yeah, I can write them down.
However you want to do it. So the way I'd line this up, if I was you, let me just see if I can see your main actual tactics. Okay, so personally, with long ball, but let me talk to you about how they work, all right? So you can understand them. So then now, as you move forward, you know exactly what they mean. So you can go, oh, this isn't working. I'll change to this based on what Alex has said. So defensive style, you have balance, drop back, press on heavy touch, press on possession loss, and constant pressure. Okay, balanced basically means the team will predominantly keep their team shape. Pressing is only really going to happen if you manually press. So if you run at the players yourself to take the ball off the opponent. It's going to be very neutral. Balance normally for most people is the go-to. Drop back is what a lot of people play this year. Drop back is where they essentially, say if you lose the ball here in the final third, everyone's instinct is to go and run back. Defenders drop back, midfielders drop back. Everyone wants to go and sit. Think about Jose Mourinho in his prime. Everyone wants to sit in this area inside the penalty box, essentially, and they want to just make it difficult for you to get through. Press on heavy touch, press on possession loss. It's in the name. They're going to press and obviously try and win the ball back. And then constant pressure is constant press. It's the same as pressing down and left on the D-pad, which is team press. It's the exact same kind of strategy. Width and depth. Width is obviously how you got your defensive line. So say your width at the minute is 5. What it means is your left back will probably be here, your centre back will be there, your other centre back will be there, and then your right back will be there like that. If you decrease the width, so let's say if you make it 2 width, your left back will basically be here, your centre back will be there, your centre back will be there, and your right back will be there, and they're basically going to camp inside this 18-yard box. And then you're going to leave a lot of space down the wings, but you're going to kind of allow that. Depth, again, is the same. Depth is a little bit of a unique one. You put it on 1 depth, they'll sit very deep. You put it on 10 depth, they'll sit quite high. But if someone holds the ball for like a couple of minutes in-game here, your team will naturally drop back to here anyway, even if you're on 10 depth because they don't hold the line. So that's kind of how that works. I would probably say drop this width to 3 to here.
Yeah.
And I would advise you to drop your depth down to 3 as well. When you're a bit more of a advanced player, you can up the width, the depth, and you can try and press a little bit more. You could go and press on heavy touch. Given the level that we're at, if I'm trying to obviously help you get better, that's kind of what I'd do. 3-3 is where I'll be looking at on that front. Now, offensive style, long ball. Do you feel like the way you play FIFA at the minute is very much through ball down the line, over the top through ball, everyone try and run in behind and just try and hit him on the counter, that sort of thing?
No.
How do you feel you play then?
I feel like I hold the ball quite a bit, and then when I see a pass, I try and make it.
Okay. If you feel like that's the case then, and you're doing that with long ball, you'll find it so much easier if this is unbalanced. Because what's going to happen is whenever you pick up the ball, this long ball tactic is telling your players, right, I've got the ball here in my right back, go and run behind that defensive line for an over-the-top through ball, for a through ball down the line. They're basically always going to go and run at the defence, even if it's the 85th minute and you're trying to see the game out, instead of them going, right, I'll drop short and we'll hold the ball and see the game out, they're going, no, let's run in behind, because that's what the tactic is. Okay? For me, offensive style, I honestly think balanced is the best, because what balance does is it gives you the best of everything. It gives you a mix of everything. If the game sees that there's a good opportunity for them to run in behind, they'll run in behind. If the game sees that, it's the 85th minute and you need to hold the ball and you need to see the game out, they'll show short instead of going long. And that kind of gives you the best on that. Your width is fine. Players in box is fine. No issues on there. Now, player instructions. Let's have a quick look at them for you. If you've got Mbappe up front, you could probably have him on getting behind because of his pace on attacking runs. You can leave him on stay forward. That's fine. You can leave the centre attacking mid on balanced. Getting to the box across on the wide ones is fine. Change these so you're more defensive-minded midfielder. So let's say if you've got Ndombele, have him on defensive behaviour, cut passing lanes, cover centre, and then stay back while attacking. This interceptions don't change. Leave it on the default one, which is balanced. Okay, and then the other defensive midfielder, so let's say if it's Plea, who's going to be the one that's a little bit more box to box, a little bit more willingness to get forward, you're going to have that of balanced attacking support and cut passing lanes, cover centre. Okay?
Yeah.
So one on stay back, one on balanced, and then both of them on cut passing lanes, cover centre. And then you have your fullbacks on stay back while attacking, which is fine. No issues there. All right, brilliant. Okay. Niosar, Hernandez. Let's have a look at these. Conte. Obviously, in the future, try and upgrade the goalkeeper as and when you can. All right.
Saving up for Hugo Lloris, I think.
Yeah, Lloris would be the better one. I'm confused now, though. I'm confused. Hang on. Is this a different, like a separate recording?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I was going to say, because a second ago you had that plea, and then obviously Foden's popped in then. I was like, what? How did you do that? I was a bit like, what? That's confusing.
It's because when I was going through the custom tactics, I had play on because I'm trying to do the Mbappe.
Okay, yeah. He's not too bad to do the Mbappe.
Do you reckon he's worth doing it? And then what I was thinking doing is doing him and then putting him right back, selling the Semedo and getting a better keeper.
What would you do with Kem? Stop jumping.
Yeah, Kem's still fine. I think Mbappe would be on 6 though.
Yeah. I'd say so. Yeah, because you'd obviously got the Hernandez in there. You'd have to obviously have the manager. You could probably get him on 6, 7 after. Obviously 7 after the 10 games. Yeah, you can do that. The thing is, goalkeepers are goalkeepers, but goalkeepers are goalkeepers. If you have like a winter refresh Areola or something, 82 Lecomte, he's not gonna be the greatest goalkeeper in the world.
I think that's who I do have actually now. 87 Areola.
Do you? Okay, yeah, I've got him at the minute. Yeah. He's not too bad. All right, then let's jump into it. Actually, no, before we do jump into it, sorry. Talk to me a little bit about, you might not think there's many, but there might be one or two. What do you think your strengths are, Archie?
Oof. I don't press the tackle button. Pretty much.
That's good to hear.
I don't press the tackle button that much. I try and mix up my play when I like go byline, don't go byline, and stuff. But then when I actually get into the game, I don't know, I just kind of lose concentration of what I'm doing and then start dragging players out of position and just going wild and then chucking in random slide tackles and stuff.
So would you say a lot of it can come down to just concentration then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see how we get on then. One thing I will say, is that every person that has it, turn off the PSN name, change it to the player name. You don't need to see Archie Hunter 06 or the opponent's PSN name every time you're playing. What's more beneficial is seeing the opponent's, playing. You know who all of your players are. They're in your team. You use them every day. What you don't always know from the way someone looks on the game who it is, because obviously some players look quite similar, especially, you know, when you're running down the line trying to track a man. You're not focusing on what boots he's wearing or what player it is, you know. So then just seeing the player's name above their head might give you that little bit of the intel for you then to go, remember he's got a 3-star weak foot, he's got 4-star skill moves. I need to defend this way. I don't need to worry about him going onto this foot, you know, that sort of thing. All right. Pass. Lay that in. Lay that off. Well done. Good ball roll. That was a good little build up from you, first of all. What did you try there? What pass was that?
I did a power pass because I thought it would get intercepted if I just did a normal pass, and then it was going to get intercepted either way.
Okay, so in this scenario, what you're better off doing, you've got a really, really good opportunity here, so don't be too disheartened by that. If you want to lay that pass into that man there, you're right in thinking, this is probably going to get intercepted. You're better off doing here a double tap A pass.
Yeah.
So you did RB and A, which is a low driven. That's good if you're trying to, say, play a pass from here to the back stick, you know, driven across the face of goal, and the defender's like here. You know, you just need to get it quickly across to the back man. Here, that guy's about to intercept that pass. If you do a double tap pass, it lofts it in the air ever so slightly. You've probably seen me talk about them lots before.
Yeah.
They're really, really good in this sort of scenario. It may still get intercepted, but it increases your chance of it not getting intercepted. So definitely a double tap little pass there in, but still a good little build up from you.
Yeah, you see a little side tackle there.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to pass.
You say that you don't press the tackle button, but instead you put the slide tackle button in. That's even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you said that in one of your latest videos. The second they get the ball back, they just give it straight back.
Yeah. Okay. So play style wise, you know, I don't say to people just hold the ball unnecessarily, that sort of thing. But this sort of stuff, if you were watching Chelsea, right, and Azpilicueta did something like this, or I haven't even watched Chelsea in ages. I can't even remember who your back line is. Marcus Alonso, Zuma, I don't know who else you've got. If one of them Christensen, if they did that pass there, you would be absolutely losing your mind, wouldn't you, watching that?
Yeah, I do it a lot anyway.
Well, yeah, and you'd be like, "What are you doing? You got a pass here. You could even take a touch and then play a pass into there. You got time. There's no need to rush that. Instead, you just boot it forward and give the ball back to the opponent, and now you put yourself straight back under pressure. That's a good switch. Good defending then, actually. Well done. Okay, nice little tempo there. Probably stop sprinting now. Well done. Really, really good. Ball roll, lay it off. Hello. That was nice. That there from you was good in its way that you sent everyone on their run. Did you, by the way? Let's have a look. What did you change to in this game?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think I might have forgotten. Sometimes I forget and it's really bad. But I don't think I did forget in this one. I think I did go, there you go.
Yeah, you did go attacking, that's fine, yeah. Only saying it because Mbappe, when you pick up the ball here, Mbappe's in CDM, that's all, so...
Oh, yeah.
Is he? No,
I do like to do that when you pass it.
You've gone to 3-5-2, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've gone to the 3-5-2, that's why. Okay. But yeah, you sent everyone on a run there with LB, so that was really, really good. People made the run, Foden comes in, ball roll. To be honest... You kind of make the decision. You probably wanted to look to lay that off here, but because he covers it, you actually do the drag back, which works out really, really well in your favour. So that was a really, really good drag back. Lovely little finish, 1-0 up. That's what we like to see. Foden coming up clutch for you, eh?
Yeah.
Are you back in school at the minute or anything?
No, I'm not back in school not until September.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I suppose you're coming up to the 6 weeks holiday soon anyway, aren't you? End of this month, would it normally be?
Yeah.
You ever mean to do like work from home and stuff, like schoolwork?
Yeah, I had to do schoolwork from home. Yeah.
Has it been weird for you?
Yeah, it's been so weird.
No.
Yeah, it's been pretty weird to be honest.
comes from giving the
Don't
ball
really know what
away.
happened there, to be honest.
It stems from giving the ball away here, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So that pass looks kind of on. I always ask people to just think about because obviously you're playing a pass into a path of a guy that's already like kind of in that vicinity. Say if that Van Dijk wasn't there, that'd be fine. If the Van Dijk was here, that'd probably be fine. Van Dijk's very close. He's controlling with that Van Dijk. He's always going to intercept it. What you could have done is gone into that one and then laid that pass. It's the same outcome, but it's just one extra pass. You know, it still gets you to the same designated target that you wanted. You then switch back, and your player switching here was quite good, apart from you switch to the Mendy and pull the Mendy over. You then switch to the Semedo. I think what you don't see here is this runner coming through, which obviously is hard to track. If it was me, I would have been going probably back a little bit, track the runner, and then go back to the ball pressure. You kind of move a little bit out of the way, opens up that space there. Playing a 3 at the back, you're going to be left open very, very easily. He then comes in behind. You do get a good tackle in. Just very unfortunate that the block obviously falls straight back to the Gerrard. But there's nothing you can do about that. You know, you did the hard part there. It's just that the game obviously gave him that little bit at the back. They'll give him at the block. You come back and you covered it. One thing that I never like from kickoff is people doing this though, going straight through the middle.
Yeah.
And then trying to lay that off.
I knew the second I did that you were going to mention that.
Yeah.
When I did it in the game. Yeah.
I just think you're going into a crowded area. You know, you're running into trouble. Go out to the wings. You know, look at the space that man's got. He's absolutely free as anything, isn't he? He might run there, he might not, you might come back into the middle, you might do anything. But what you don't want to do is run straight away into trouble and then give the ball away. You know, it's just a very silly thing to do. Okay, ever so minor, this is probably something you do a lot, I imagine, in attack. You take this touch with Ndombele while you're holding sprint. Just watch how he takes that such heavy touch and invites the pressure on with Van Dijk. Basically, in attack, unless you've got acres of room to run into, and I'm talking like no one's around, you don't want to you don't want to hold that sprint button. All right.
Yeah.
At the minute, you're still rocking Ndombele up front. Good pass.
Yeah, I know.
Double. Oh no! Oh. Yeah, playing Ndombele up front and Mbappe in centre mid. Same again here. What would I say here? What do you think I'm going to say?
Oh, I haven't even seen him. No. Who's that? Who is that?
Ndombele.
Oh God. Yeah, he's open for tapping probably.
The ball's brilliant. I just think a quick little double tap pass. I'd do a double tap again just because the keeper's coming out. A ground pass, the keeper might intercept it. Van Dijk might intercept it. Double tap, nice and simple. Into that man there. Tap that into the back of the net. You've got no room there to take a touch and try and shoot. The keeper's running out. If the keeper stays put on his line, you could probably take the ball roll, come into here, and then either finesse it far post or smash it near post, depends on the angle. If the keeper stays put, because the keeper's coming out, we have to look for that sweat across there. Unlucky though. Good build up again. Really, really good build up.
Our player switching is like pretty bad. Like I don't understand when I try and switch to one player. It always goes to the wrong player. I do it every time. Every game.
I'll try and switch to use the right stick or LB?
No, right stick. I'll try and switch to let's say the SAR or something, and it'll go to the Mendy, and then he gets through and scores.
All right. I'm sure there'll be an example in this game that I can show you and pick out probably the main issue. Pass. Ndombele at striker. Go on, son. That's it. Look at him. Loving it, isn't he? Loving it. Bit of a soft one there.
So he got like 82 shooting.
He's actually a really, really good card, to be fair, that Ndombele. I love him.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, definitely not suited as a striker. Definitely not suited as a striker.
No. I remember when he came out, I was like, I had been waiting for like a Sissoko because I wanted like a Premier League French player because I didn't really want to be rocking Pogba. He wasn't he wasn't great. So
Uh,
when he came out, I put all my money into him and
Yeah,
got him
he's a
quickly.
very, very, very good card. He's better than the football birthday Sissoko. People are saying, "Oh no, the football birthday Sissoko is better." No, Ndombele is much better in my opinion. I would like to see you do here, and I know you've done it, so I know you've got it in your locker. Quick drag back into the Mbappe here, into that sort of area. This is so crowded, you know, the way the guy's set up. You have to try and generate a little bit of space yourself. Quick jab back into there. Mbappe comes through. Mbappe might then look for a ball roll and attack the box. You might look for the Fernandez and so on. But yeah, playing that pass obviously is very, very optimistic. Put that pressure on. Unlucky. Good tackle. So there, that's a player switch where you mess up, right?
Where does he go? Where does the player switch go to?
You go to Neymar.
Yeah. I'm trying to go to the Mendy. No, not the
Okay.
Mendy. Who's that?
Who is that? Sar. That's Sar, I think.
Sorry,
Yeah,
thank
Sar.
you.
So, for you to change from this man to that man, I don't know whether you flicked the right stick or whether you've done LB. Okay, I can't see that based on where we are. I would assume you've flicked the right stick because if you press LB here, I would like to think the game would go, that's the closest man to the ball based on where the ball's going. All right. So I think you flipped the right stick here. What you really have to think about, and you've probably heard me explain this loads, is the clock analogy. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. He is the centre of the clock. Whoever you're controlling is the centre of the clock. So if you're controlling this man, he would be the centre of the clock. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to change, let's say, to this centre-back, where are we going to flick the right analog stick?
About 1 o'clock.
Yeah, about 1 o'clock. Up there. Now, when this starts to get very difficult, is if you go, oh, you know what, I want to go to this centre-back. Them two are so close together. Think about your analog stick, and if you have a quick look at it, the difference between 12 and 3 o'clock is quite small, isn't it? Like, because it's a small analog stick. You know, you think if the analog stick was massive, you think if the analog stick was the size of a whole controller, 12 and 3 o'clock would be much further apart, wouldn't it? Because instead, the analog stick's like that, which means that 3 and 12, well, the angle's tiny. You make the analog stick bigger, the 3 and the 12, well, the angle, the angle's bigger. You can clearly see there's a bigger angle there.
Yeah.
So, for you to change to this man and this man, it's a difference between 1 and 2 o'clock. However, sometimes it might say go to that man. And let's say, for example, you did want to change to this Nelson Semedo, right centre back. If you know, I flick it up to there. If it goes to the Hernandez, all you would need to remember is, well, to change to this man, it's then just a simple 12 o'clock switch. It's just straight up.
Yeah.
And if you remember that, even if it goes to the wrong man, you're going to be okay. Now, if you want to change to this man here, it's a 4 o'clock switch. 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, around there. Nice and simple. Even if you push it to 5 o'clock, the game will still change it to him because he's the only guy in that proximity. What you've probably done is literally just flicked the analog stick in any old direction, which is what a lot of players do, and then it's gone to him. You might have even flicked it there.
Yeah.
But if it's more than 6 o'clock and more this way, so let's say if you flicked it down to here, it would change to him then. So you really have to think about it. What I want you to remember is that when trying to play a switch, if you're holding, say, RT and LT while trying to switch, sometimes it doesn't always actually register the right stick switch, so you have to be quite careful, So don't really hold the R2, RT and the LT down too much while you are trying to play a switch. Okay?
Alright, yeah.
Well done. Good defending. Put yourself under pressure there straight away. Good switch. That's a general rule as well, by the way.
Yeah.
If you want to go from here to here, you can obviously flick it with the right stick. But normally, you're going to be okay with doing an LB switch here if you want to change to this man. Because he's going to be the closest guy to the ball. If you say, I want to change to this guy, because I think he's got a better chance of intercepting it here, you need to obviously flick it up to that direction. The
Yeah.
best way for you to practice right stick switching is for you to jump into a squad battles game, put it on like high difficulty, and basically just keep giving them the ball back and keep practicing it, and only switch with the right stick unless you want to. If you want to go between your defenders, using the LB is probably the go-to. All right. But if you want to go from here to this guy, but the ball's there, this is how you press. So let's say if the ball's in the middle of the pitch and you see the guy turn and face out here and he's going to play the ball to the right back. If you're with your Mendy and you press LB, if the ball's still in the middle here, it won't change to this guy. It will change to the other guy that's in the middle. That's when you need to go, well, the general pattern is I want to change from the centre mid to my right, left attacking mid. It's just going to be a switch down to 6 to 8 o'clock. If you want to go from here up to your right attacking mid, it's going to be 12 to 10 o'clock. It depends obviously whereabouts they are based on the pitch. All right. It's the same sort of patterns over and over and over again. I think what's not going to help you with is having a Ndombele up front.
Yeah.
Good switch. Good switch. That's better.
Also, Mbappe's at CDM.
Yeah. Not the greatest centre defensive mid, is he?
No. To be fair, I don't know if I should try and get him up because the shooting is pretty weak at this point.
Right,
But I just don't know who else. Yeah. I just don't know who else you could get in there.
If you're playing him up front, Ben Yedder's probably better at this stage. Although Ben Yedder's not as quick, and Ben Yedder's, a bit smaller, not as strong. Ben Yedder has one of the best finishing on the game. He's got a 5-star weak foot. He's just quality, to be honest with you. I don't think you can get much better than him up front. So if you wanted to change him out for like 87 Ben Yedder or something, that could be a good change.
All
right. You do much else today?
Oh, no, I'm not doing anything, to be honest.
Probably not going to be doing anything for the next 3 months, are you?
No. Nothing. That's another reason why I got back into FIFA.
Yeah.
Because I got back from school and then got stuck here, so I was like, oh, okay, might as well play FIFA again. Fortnite's dead, might as well play FIFA.
What's happened to it? I've never played Fortnite, but what's happened to it? I've not seen normally when it's when it was in its prime, loads of people would be on it, but I've not heard of many people being on it as much as is Warzone kind of get out.
Yeah, I think Warzone's like the thing now. But yeah, Fortnite's not really that big anymore.
Good pressure back. Not a bad attempt at a drag back. That's a little bit unfortunate. Keep tracking in the middle. Switch up. Well done. That's a good player switch. Put that pressure on. Yes, well done. As soon as, I like that, you track the runs. As soon as you realise, you've kind of covered off the passes, and he does that little Ronaldo chop. That's really, really good pressure from you there to go and put that tackle in. Well done.
What do you think of the Bruno?
I think he's better suited at centre mid. I'm playing him at cam at the minute, and I think 92 Neymar's still better, to be honest. Well done. Lucky.
I don't know why I did that, to be honest. Do you think I could have maybe done a double Y pass into the who's that making that run?
He gets a little bit blocked off. Fernandez at the top. He runs into the defender, and I mean, you could argue you could lay it back off to Neymar. I'll be honest with you, me watching that at full speed, not even watching it back, I wouldn't have spotted that in game. And some people would. Would you be wrong in shooting there? I don't necessarily think you. This is one of them scenarios, right, where if you were being realistic, if this was me, I wouldn't shoot. What I would attempt, but this is just me being who I am, I would take the touch and I would ball roll it into this direction, and I'd try and take the keeper out of the game and then slot it in.
Yeah.
I would very rarely look for the pass back here, because I feel like that you watch how quick this opportunity arises. It kind of comes out of like nowhere. Like, wow, well, now you're in. Like, and you know, because Ndombele is facing that way when he plays that pass. He's facing up towards the corner flag. So for you to even get that pass through, I think it's a little bit
probably shouldn't get through.
Yeah, it shouldn't get through really. So that's a little bit optimistic. But the Fernandez would have been a good option. But just watch his run. Watch him now.
Yeah, he like trips, doesn't he?
He gets blocked off by that defender. If not, if Fernandez didn't get blocked off, yeah, just a simple wide pass along the ground into here would have been perfect, and you would have scored. Because he gets blocked off, he's not there. So then for me, I would have took the touch. I wouldn't sprint. I'd probably ball roll the keeper. Do I expect you to do that? No. Would it work? Maybe. That's a difficult scenario. Sometimes there's just scenarios in this game where you go, you know what? It's very difficult to get that right. I think we needed to switch that centre back a little bit quicker. He'd let you off there big time. This is where player switching, you've messed up a little bit. Right. You were on him.
So that's where I went to the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were on him. You flicked it down. This is why player switching is very difficult in a sense. You want to change to this man. You don't want to change to this man because he's not goal side. He can't. You know, look at the run. Like who's going to get to the guy quicker? He's making that run. He's got to go that way. He's got to go that way. Who's getting there first? Obviously, this man. So what you've done is this is a right stick switch 100% because you can't change to that man without doing LB. So well done for trying it. If you want to change from this man to this man, as a general rule, because what's going to happen here is he's going to drop back, right? What I would prefer you to do is to flick the stick more this way. You can flick this probably to between 3 and 4 o'clock, right? About here.
Yeah.
And it will still change to him. Reason being...
Does it ever switch to the keeper?
No, you can't.
Okay.
You can't right stick switch back to the keeper, which is why you can almost flick it. I think 3 o'clock the game would probably go, huh? Like if you're trying to switch to there because there's no one here. But if you flicked it anywhere between 3 and like 5, the game knows that's the only guy that it's going to. Like it's not going to go to anyone else. So because you've gone down, because you think, well, here we go, he was down. He was originally there, but he's then dropped back ever so slightly, and then that's changed to the wrong man, and then you end up going from him to him.
Oh my day.
That is like an 11 o'clock switch up to there. Again, remember, so basically the way this defensive line is going to be, if you're with the right back, you're in this position. Obviously, if you're shooting the other way, it's the opposite direction. So you to change to your defender, most of the time, you're going to be using anything from here, a switch from 12 to 6 o'clock, anything in this proximity. You're not going to flick the stick trying to control this man anywhere between 6, 9 and 12 o'clock. You're going to do 12, 3 and 6 o'clock. Obviously, if you're on kicking the opposite way, it's the other side of the opposite side. Because, just look at it. Well, if you were going to flick between, that's 9 o'clock, that's going to change you to any of the midfielders or attackers. If you're going to flick between 12, 3 and 6, it's going to be any of the defenders because they're going to drop back into this area. So you're with Mendy, you want to change to the centre back, you end up flicking it there. You can flick this up to here and it will change to him.
Yeah.
All right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then, he lets you off big time there. I don't know if it's because he was trying to do objectives or something, but he lets you off big time there. That should be a goal. Okay.
I think I put the match backs in it, yeah.
Yeah. 89%, 2 shots, 2 on target. There or thereabouts, to be honest. I like the fact that you use the L1 button, well the LB button, I should say, quite a bit going forward. It's good to see that you are creating your opportunities from that. I think what's going to let you down here is that you played a couple of passes into the strikers and it didn't work out for you because your Ndombele was up front. If you had Mbappe up front, you might have had a bit more of a chance of taking a touch and getting past the man. Because it's Ndombele, he's not obviously as good with the ball at his feet than Mbappe is. So I think that's obviously not helped you in attack here.
Yeah.
Good fake shot start. You did the double tap pass there. I think you wanted that to go to the Mendy, not the Ndombele.
Yeah.
Pass in. Maybe look for a fake shot. That would have been a scenario for me. You either want to take the touch. Is this play 4-star skill moves?
Yeah. I think he's 4-star, 4-star.
Is he? Okay. So you could take the touch and then do a scoop turn into this area and then hit it. You could do a first time fake shot into this area and then hit it. I think here you need to try and do a skill move. Reason being, he's controlling with that man. In a minute, he's going to change to this centre back. As he changes to that centre back, if you're in the middle of a skill move, he's more than likely going to not defend it very well and you're going to get him behind. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you use the fake shot or the scoop turn much?
I don't know. I just get nervous in game and then I choke it. I don't really, to be honest.
Okay.
I know how to do them, but I just struggle.
All it is especially division rivals. At the end of the day, what you've got to remember is, does this one division rival match mean anything in the grand scheme of things?
No.
No. Is anyone watching you? Is there an audience? Is there money on the line? No. So what you need to do is go into each division rivals game going, you know what, today I'm going to work on doing that scoop turn or that first time fake shot or the drag back inside the box that Alex spoke about and looking for that near post. And then what you're going to notice is you're going to keep trying it over and over and over again and you're going to keep messing it up and you're not going to generate a chance and you're going to get tackled. But what you're going to learn is where it works and where it doesn't work. And then you might lose the game because you keep trying it over and over and over again. But gradually over time, you're going to go, yeah, this is where it works. This is where it doesn't work. Brilliant. And then you're going to get more consistent with it. And then instead of going, right, so tomorrow you might go, you know what, I'm not going to focus, I've done that. I'm happy that I focused on inside the box. I'm now going to focus on player switching. And you're going to get battered by just practicing player switching against division rival opponents. You're going to lose so many games and you might go down to Division 8 to Division 9. And then you might go, Analyst, it's not working. But you have to take step backwards to then take the steps forward. Because the problem is that, when you played this game of FIFA, were you focusing on any sort of element of practice or were you just focusing on winning?
No, I just wanted to win the game.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's how FIFA is. Because, obviously a lot of people, at the end of the day, it's a video game. We all want to win. But you need to focus on the elements we need to practice on to then go, I've learned on that. I've learned this. I've then developed my skill. I've developed my skills. I'm a now better FIFA player. I'm then going to win more games. So I'm just doing that. You got to practice with a purpose, not just play for the sake of playing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. Lay the ball back off. You have a lot of options with this 3-5-2. Okay. Because this 3-5-2 is not long ball, is it? It's the 4-2-3-1 that you had long ball on.
Yeah.
Switch. Good defending. Well done. Good drive forward. That's what I love Ndombele for. Very good at doing that.
Yeah.
Good drag back. Well done. Mbappe's now gone up front, which is good to see. Lay that back off. Well done. Good drag back. Play that pass. It might not work. I would have liked to have seen a little double tap pass into here. Into Foden. And then Foden takes a shot. Again, it's not 100% to go through there, but just trying to find that penetrating pass, into the man that's about to get a shot on goal. Good opportunity there. Good opportunity. You are very comfortable with your drag backs, which is good to see. Tackle. That's unfortunate. Okay, time. Don't give it away. Well done. Good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Lovely. Like that. Good ball. Good job back. Well done. L1 fake shot maybe. Go down the line. Come on, there's got to be a goal at the end of this. Pass in. Oh, Foden. I think here, when you lay this pass off to Neymar, sometimes that bit of burst of pace to really try and get into this area could work. Do you use the LB fake shot much?
Like into the bar line?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that could have been good in this scenario.
This game coming on.
Yeah, that could have been good in that scenario to get past that, get past Cincinnati, try and make you run into the box. You do work a really, really good opportunity. I think here... Good patience. Really, really good patience. Well done. I personally think you've done a fantastic job of cutting open the passing lane into the box, into the striker.
Yeah.
Just play that pass into him. That plays very... I've not used him, but he's very strong, isn't he? He's got really good physicals.
Yeah.
There aren't many people that are going to shrug him off the ball. Play that pass into that man there. Into that him. Obviously don't take the touch, then play the pass. What we just said about the scoop turn. Take the touch, and then scoop turn into there, and then boom, take that shot. Instead,
could you do the first time fake shot?
I wouldn't do the first time fake shot here because he's facing that way. As a general rule, when you're facing back towards your goal, you're better off taking the touch and then scoop turning. Because if you try and do the first time fake shot, he's got a fake shot, but he's facing that way, and you need to go that way. It's too much of an angle. So take the touch into him, and then scoop turn into that way, and then up for the near post. The first time fake shot is good. Say if you were passing the ball from here to here, like that, but Flea, whatever his name is, was facing this way. So if he's facing down there, he can then do that first time fake shot into here, and then he shoots. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Good defending. Well done. Really good defending.
Mbappe's pushed up a little bit now.
Yeah, you've swapped him round to a striker.
Oh, did I at half time?
Yeah, he did it at half time. I'll let you off on that one. First shot.
And then when stuff like that happens, I just get annoyed and then press him.
You switch back well there.
When I tackle him and it just carries on going to him.
I think what you try and do here is you're trying to win the ball back against the Ibrahimovic with Semedo. What you want to do is you want to run up to them, RT and LT, and you kind of want to run to here. You're not going to take the ball off Ibrahimovic when he's got his back to you. You know, he's going to always shrug you off, isn't he? It's Ibrahimovic, very strong.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously he's got low agility and balance, whatnot. But Semedo's not going to take the ball off him here. Keep that little bit of distance. Keep your defence goal side, at all times. What you end up doing is you end up running past him here. Now look at that. He's just turned, and now he's up against. You got centre back, and then your centre mid, I think. So now you're in a bit of trouble. Keep them goal side. You almost want to run at an attacker, but keep a couple yards distance and stop here. Don't run through them, which is what you try and do.
Yeah.
All right. And then we're in a bit of a tussle. You do enough, to be fair. You do just about.
It's quite unlucky he doesn't score that.
Yeah. You do enough, though. It's just sometimes about putting the pressure in, You can't really make a tackle there because you give away a penalty if you get it wrong. So he's tapped L1. You're very good at tapping the LB button and sending the people on a run off the ball. Do you play the 3-5 much?
Sometimes. I don't think I played 4-3-3. Like at the start of FIFA, I had no idea what was going on with all my players, and then I was so happy, and I got Harry Kane. I used Harry Kane for ages, and I was like, oh god. And then I watched some of your videos, and then I was like, all right, Harry Kane's pretty bad, so I need to get out.
Yeah, definitely no Harry Kane. You've done it a lot in this game. I don't know why you haven't done it here. That touch, drag back into there, smash that at the near post. Yeah. You just end up running in a straight line. You just ruin that chance. The goal's here.
Yeah, I think it's because I saw Tex do something like that. He just faked like 3 defenders.
Tex is Tex, and he's a different machine. All right. Sometimes he'll do that because what he's done is he's done a load of skill moves already, and then what he's expecting the defender to do is to think, he's going to do a drag back here, and then he'll just run in that straight line and just run through and then just shoot. It's very rarely going to happen for someone like us. All right.
Yeah.
And you kind of ruined
could have tried the double A passing with the Foden. Probably not, honest,
but the only thing you could have done there is gone back to this guy and recycle the play and come back onto the edge here. There's too many people there now. It's completely crowded. You got no chance with anyone there. Do you normally go short on corners, yeah?
Yeah, I go short every time. Yeah.
You and me both. I hate corners and like crosses and that. It's just so useless this year.
So annoying. I was playing rivals, and then sometimes I whip, you're just playing so much better than them, and they just whip in one corner and just head it in with David Luiz, and you're like, oh gosh, so annoying, and that happens.
Good face shot. Good ball roll. Lucky. Put that pressure back on. There's a slide tackle. Get stuck in, son. I'd like to see Mbappe fighting for the badge.
There's the rage coming into play.
Good ball, well done. Good ball roll. Yeah, that's it. Lay it off. Okay, now you need to go back. See, to be fair,
play the way I'm facing.
Yeah, you've done that twice there. You're a little bit lucky with the Neymar. You see how, like, to me, that would be a pass back into there. That's quite lucky that pass has found its way through. You then do the exact same thing here. Just go back, you know. Sometimes you can go backwards more than you go forwards. Good layoff. Good pass. Good finish. Good finish. If it was me, yeah, the finesse makes sense. If it was me, I'll do a drag back and then try and look for the near post. But that's just because I'm addicted to the near post. But that's a really good finesse finish. That is with Foden. Well done. Like that a lot. Was this a 92 at this point? Had this been upgraded to 95?
I'm not too sure. I mean, it will show in a sec.
Yeah. It's 95.
Yeah, it's 95.
Yeah, 95. Yeah. What do you think?
I'm surprised more people didn't do him. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I prefer it to Team this season.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so much more opportunity, and I just wish I could rinse my clubs.
It's because of the amount of objectives cards they've given us, isn't it? That's why.
Yeah. It's just so annoying because these 85 and 92s and upgrades, and then the double 88 or whatever it's called. If I just save my club a little bit longer, it's so annoying.
I would be able to do a couple.
Yeah, I can't do any now. I've only got silvers in my team.
Yeah. I'm hopefully going to get the Dembele done myself today, I think. Or lucky.
Oh, yeah. He tweeted out that he didn't care what price he was. He just wanted to get him whatever.
Yeah, I love Dembele on this game. Very good card.
I wasn't like some of my mates, though. One of my friends put his whole team into 2 icon packs and got Inzaghi and Oh, who was it? I think it was Schmeichel.
I don't know why anyone does it unless you've got literally done with FIFA and you're not going to play again or something. But even still, because even if you pack like a R9, if you hate the game that much, you still an R9 is not going to be enough to keep you playing. So I don't quite understand the whole let's sell everything and let's just do the prime icon packs. Like I know someone that spent sold everything, had like 20 mil, spent it all on the icon packs, and then it was it was just they were all gone sort of thing, and then they got nothing. And I'm just like, it's so pointless to do in my opinion. But especially on the icon packs, I can understand submitting like I don't know, say if like the 88 plus pack with the 5 cards that you got, if that was repeatable, I can understand people rinsing them there because you can get anything in that, like absolutely anything. But yeah, prime icon packs, let's be honest, unless you pack the big guns, you got no chance, have you? You got no chance. Absolutely no chance. All right, it doesn't go through to the match stats at the end, but obviously we've had a good look at that one there. Quite general sort of stuff for the level that you're at, to be honest with you. We obviously touched on defending quite a lot and player switching and what we kind of need to do there and keeping our main goal side. The tackle button and the slide tackle button, you already know you don't want to press at any point throughout. I'm really happy with your attacking build-up. A couple of times inside, you do the drag backs and the ball rolls outside the box, but when you get in the box, it's kind of like you just go, now I can't do them here. That's the time where you want to do them as well. You want to catch the opponents off guard with those scoop turns, those first-time fake shots, that sort of thing. The quick drag back to then look towards that near post. You build up really, really well on that front. Passing wise, I do think you give the ball away a little bit too much, or you try passes that are like you say, play the way you're facing, keep it nice and simple, and then you end up giving it away from there, which is just kind of simple stuff on that. Sprint button, just come off it a little bit, unless you've got loads of space to run into, that's kind of, where we're going to use it. Other than that, we're just going to be kind of just dribbling everywhere, really. We don't want to use that sprint button too much. Tactics-wise, we definitely need to make sure we're not playing Ndombele up front. That's never going to help you. Obviously, I've made a few suggestions for you in terms of the 4-2-3-1 and how we could change them around, and just make sure that your tactics are lined up exactly where you need it to be. Keep doing what you're doing. When are you next going to play Foot Champs, do you reckon?
I've got the qualification points, so I'll probably play this week and coming.
Okay. There's no reason why you shouldn't be hitting your 11 wins to re-qualify, each weekend based on that performance that we've seen there. I do think you need to I wouldn't recommend you playing 3 at the back. I probably would play 4 at the back if I was you. I don't feel like 3 at the back's a viable formation for a lot of people because they don't get it right. You played it quite well in that game, but obviously defensively it leaves you quite open at the back. So I'd recommend changing around on that front and just making sure that those player instructions and tactics are all right on that. Was there any particular questions or anything, Archie, that you wanted me to go back over, or anything that you wanted me to re-explain?
Just maybe the custom tactics, because I'm just a bit all in the air about custom tactics. I don't really know what's going on with them.
Okay, so did you jot down what I said at the start with regards to the 4-2-3-1 and everything?
No, I thought I was gonna go look at it back when I get the video.
Okay, so the 4-2-3-1. Obviously, I've made the changes on there. Just make sure that you put the players in the right positions, because you know how Ndombele was playing up front for the whole of that first half. Obviously, you need to make sure that everyone's where you want them to be on there. Do you want to? Are you on the Xbox now?
Yeah.
If you quickly load up FIFA.
Yeah.
And then let me know when you're on the custom tactics screen.
Yeah, so I had I got. Is there an update? There might be an update actually.
Oh yeah, actually I think there might be.
There's a 5 gig update.
It's
gonna be in the 5 gig update.
Tell you what
I'll do. Update it.
I'll drop it in Discord for you because it's just not going to load up. This is for 4-2-3-1. Balanced, 3 width, 4 depth. Balanced, 5 width. You can go 5 players in box as a general rule.
Yeah.
1 on corners, 1 on set pieces. Or you can go 2. I'll go 1 though because I hate getting counted on. Fullbacks, stay back. 1 CDM, balanced, cover centre, cover passing lanes. 1 CDM, stay back, cover centre, cover passing lanes. That's going to be your more defensive midfielder. So if you're running like Plee and Ndombele, you'd have Ndombele and stay back and Plee as balanced. Ram, Lamb, get into box, full cross, and that's it. Cam, balanced, striker, get in behind. That's it. All right, nice and simple. Nice and simple. Okay, so I'll stop recording.